just the faction they're a part of.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, so Kick has just about to call start. So they've gone for their Alpha Loki setup. So this is kind of interesting setup. I don't want to give too much away, but I just have, I guess. So they've got two Hurricane Fleet issues, two Lokis, two Purifiers, and a Neuro Stabber Fleet issue, Arbitrator, and a Maulus. Personally, I don't really like the Arbitrator and their two cruisers I'm not a big fan of, but basically these Hurricane Fleet issues and Lokis have got artillery and do try and blap hostiles. On the other side, they've got two Hurricane Fleet issues, two Sleipnirs, two Jackdaws, Sweeper, Scimitar, and a Merlin. So pretty much classic Mimitar Rush. I quite like the Mimitar Rush, double Sleipnir, double Hurricane Fleet issues, a lot of damage. So it'll be interesting to see.
Well, they almost got the Vigil.
Yeah,
went into armor, but got pulled back.
Yeah, so a little bit more damage would have probably killed him. So Kick are just kind of like cautiously approaching here, I would say. They've got webs on those Lokis, so they're probably looking for something to get over Zealous. I'm going to lock a lot of these sweepers and stuff on the other side, as I imagine they'd probably be primary. So it looks like they're trying to get a Jackdaw at the moment of Victoria. He's just taking some damage. This Mimitar Rush team has got a lot of DPS here. If I was the Mimitar Rush team, I would just abandon kind of fancy piloting here and just dive in on the hostiles. Because, okay, the Loki's going to have webs, but apart from that, Kick doesn't really have a lot of tackle. They can probably navigate around the Hurricane Fleet issues pretty easily. And they seem to be tanking at the moment.
It's interesting how much there's a focus on Mimitar Rush. You see like the Hurricane Fleet issues on both sides, versus Loki's,
but
the idea core.
They're actually artillery on both sides.
Oh, are they both artillery? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, they are.
It looks like...
there goes the Jackdaw, maybe?
Yeah, the Jackdaw just got Alpha down. He's gone, poof. And it looks interestingly like the Scimitar might be a primary... Oh, no. Look, we'll try and look at what these drones are chasing. It looks to me like the Fact Warfare guys are actually F1 approaching on someone. It looks like they're kind of... The way they're kind of like maneuvering around the arena, definitely just like chasing after someone. Or maybe that's just the Hurricane Fleet is there. So the Jackdaw of Lord of Chaos looks like he's Kick's secondary. I can't see a lot of damage on the Kick team yet. Okay, the Aneros is tackled. Looks like Aneros is tackled, and he is in 71% armor. So he is actually, or she rather, I know Ari is a lady, is in 50% armor. And it looks like Kick's team are still trying to kill this Jackdaw, but struggling because he's got full reps. And like a classic, a lot of teams who try the Alpha concept in a tournament. If you've got 500 goons and you're all sat in one massive fleet, and you try and Alpha something, if everyone's lands, if people are kind of like taking a bite of a donut or whatever, and the Alpha volleys do not actually hit coordinate, that's fine because you've got like 500 dudes, so like everyone's shooting it, like there's going to be enough shots landing to hit people. In a tournament setup, if you try and do Alpha artillery setups, you have to have perfect coordination between your artillery pilots, because otherwise you do not have enough damage to be able to break people, and the second the Logi reps land, that's it. You might as well switch target, because you're probably not going to kill the target unless it's a very lightly tanked frigate, heavily webbed and painted. So this is what it looks like is happening here. Both teams are actually struggling to kill each other. Kick just lost something. I think that was a bomber. I don't know, I missed that happening.
I missed it as well.
Their Aneros is in 50% armor, but like with these, I can see the volleys coming in staggered. She's managing to stay alive.
Hey, wake up.
Yeah, she's not tackled at the moment. She's happily afterburning along, I guess, which is mitigating quite a bit of damage.
Definitely, the artillery are going to be struggling to hit, and they're kind of all at funny angles as well, so it's not like they're going to be able to maneuver around together and force her to go in a direction she doesn't want to go.
She's actually webbed right now, but still just holding fine.
And she's actually regenerating shield at this point, so she hasn't taken a damage. Wow, okay, Timbo and Scimitar just took a ton of damage. Okay, so there was a coordinated volley on him, and he is bouncing low shield, so he's taking all the damage from these Lokis and Hurricane Fleet issues at the moment. There's not really a lot of fancy positioning here. It does seem to have disintegrated into a bit of a brawl, which I guess is fine if both setups are kind of fairly similar. I guess they would just want to go... probably want to go quite slow to increase the tracking of their artilleries and just try and alpha through each other's core ships until one side basically takes the advantage and it tips in their favour. Timbo in the Scimitar, he's still boosting, but he's getting lower and lower each time. And
he's going to run out of chargers.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like always going after the Logi. Like when you see a setup like this and it's close, you go after the Logi. Eventually you'll break it. He'll run out of charges or he'll make a mistake. But
Yeah.
by going after everybody else, it's a lot easier for him to keep them alive than to keep himself alive most of the time.
You say he's going to run out of charges. I'm sure I've counted 9. I do try and keep a conscious count of how many boosts. I think he might actually have just a regular extra large because
I think he's probably got both. I think he might have at least...
possibly. Although now he stopped boosting. Yeah, I'm sure that was more than 9 charges there. So maybe he's got a double boost on.
The red box
you
are just
can't
that
have 2
good.
XLASBs, but
Yeah,
you can have
true.
one regular, one
XLSB.
ancillary.
He's gone now, so that's going to be a huge advantage for the kick team. Their legit is backups for armor, and they're going to just be able to kill these Galate Federation guys one by one. As long as their logistics does not get into that. They're going to the Vigil now. He's not going to get any reps up. He's going to die the next time he takes damage, which is now. And it looks like their Jackdaw is going to be the next secondary. So I think Kiko probably got this one. Their logistics does
this one
not
looks
seem
all
to
but
be
over.
under threat. She is taking a little bit of damage now, but it's not huge, and they're just going through these Hurricanes one by one now. Rostamoric is primary. Maybe I spoke too soon. Lady Arian in the Aneros, 78% armor. She is kind of like webbed by that Sweeple of Francis, possibly.
Probably too little too late, though.
Maybe not webbed.
Looks like the
actually.
warping off. It's over.
Yeah, okay, they've called it.
If you're quick, you can grab Lampy versus Vidra.
Oh, yes, please. Which character?
Adelaise.
Cool, I'm gonna wait to see you then. This is fantastic.